Welcome to Foibles and Fights, the swordiest sword show that ever sworded. I'm your host, Mike Fadem, creator of the League of Swords, a sword fighting experience that combines swords with fighting games and pro wrestling for a massive storytelling experience. When you're choreographing a sword fight, the safest way to do it is with two swords of equal length and equal weight. But that's not always an option. Sometimes the story calls for fighters with different styles. Sometimes the director has a specific vision. So what do you do then? When constructing a sword fight with two different kinds of swords, you got to think about two things: creativity and safety. Safety is the most important, so let's start there. You've got to base your fight distance off of the longer sword. That'll make sure your two fighters are still at a distance where they can't actually hit each other or hurt each other. However, that does mean sometimes you're going to end up in a situation where your fighters are going to look ludicrous if they try to actually cross swords. So you got to think about adjusting your choreography for that. Maybe they do a lot of thrusting and lunging at each other. Maybe they come at each other from opposite angles. Find a way to keep them at distance and safe while still making it look like a fight. Creativity comes into play when you're making a fight that would otherwise look ludicrous. Cloud versus Sephiroth, for example. They're meant to be evenly matched, deadly enemies, but the Buster Sword looks like it would break Mismatched in one hit. So how do you get around that? Well, maybe Cloud is focusing on strength and power with his strikes, and Sephiroth is focusing on his speed and reach advantage. They don't ever actually have to cross swords to have a decent sword fight. While Cloud is struggling to pick up his giant sword, he can still be dodging Sephiroth's faster strikes, and Sephiroth can be dodging around his slower but stronger strikes. Always try to imagine your fight from two perspectives. The technical perspective, where the fighters are going to be putting their feet, how they're going to be swinging their swords, but also from the audience perspective. Try and envision it in your mind and see if it stretches even your generous suspension of disbelief. Your homework for this week is to tell me your favorite kind of non-traditional sword down in the comments. Until next time, remember to like, subscribe, sign up for our mailing list, hit that bell, and as always, stick 'em with a pointy end.